ethics are standards of behavior that direct how people should act. Ethics involves making moral decisions and choosing between right and wrong. When applied to problem solving, ethical behavior leads to appropriate decisions, not necessarily the optimal ones. As you work to solve problems, consider the situation from an ethical as well as practical perspective. This lesson brings us to step 3 of our problem-solving journey, brainstorm. Leaving no option unturned, consider all potential alternatives and solutions for your problem. Don't settle for your first instinct when problem solving. Rather, think of all possibilities for solving a problem. For example, firing a problem employee could solve a morale problem, but moving that employee could make it easier to use one of his or her talents to boost morale once again. You might identify a cash flow problem that recurs each month at the same time. Your first thought might be that you need to demand payment on all outstanding accounts receivable, but you could discover that renegotiating the bill due date with a vendor could more easily resolve the problem. Let's take a look at the essential elements of developing ethical solutions. Most decisions have an ethical dimension, so you should identify and consider the ethics of each decision you make. Could your decision harm someone else? Should you consider more than simply finding the most efficient solution? What are the long-term implications of your decisions? Consider other people and groups that have the stake in an outcome or the solution that you seek, and keep their perspectives and interests in mind. Your solutions can create both benefits and costs for yourself and others. So-called tough decisions include elements of both. Making decisions involves weighing the pros and cons of choosing the best trade-offs. Identify the options that produce the most good and do the least harm. Many professional organizations develop code of ethics, which are often available online, that help direct this type of decision-making. Your decisions frequently affect others. People will remember how you treat them long after the problem that you were working on has been forgotten. Be sensitive to how your actions affect others, both those within and outside your immediate work group. Make decisions that cause the fewest drawbacks for others. Look beyond your own objectives and consider the organization as a whole. Consider each alternative and the people who would likely be affected by it. Solutions that serve the interests of a broader group are preferable to those that only benefit certain individuals. Finally, when you solve problems, you're contributing to your reputation, either positively or negatively. Not only will you be judged on the success of your solution, but also on the steps you took to accomplish the task. As you make decisions, ask yourself if the option you're considering is consistent with the sort of person you want to be. Always assume that other people will be aware of what you are doing. Never compromise your values for some short-term benefit. Here are a few do's and don'ts of developing ethical solutions. There's a myriad of issues here. I'm going to highlight just a few and take a moment for yourself to review this chart more thoroughly here or in your problem-solving workbook. First, identify ethical issues. Do consider whether your decision benefits everybody involved, but don't make decisions that cause harm to others. Remember, consider other people. Be sensitive to how your actions affect others, and don't treat others poorly as you make decisions. Remember to serve broad interests. Do consider the objectives of your organization, but don't make a decision solely on how it benefits you. Finally, be true to yourself. Remember that you will be judged on the success of your solution and the steps you take to accomplish the task. Don't compromise your values for short-term benefits.